Hello and welcome to an all-new Drunken Movie Review, Solo Edition. That's right, tonight I'm all by myself. Let's see how this goes. Tonight I'm watching 2005's A History of Violence starring Viggo Mortensen. And fun fact, the phrase A History of Violence is something I'm legally required to use on my resume until the year 2028. Thanks, Mom. So I saw a clip of this movie on TikTok and it really piqued my interest. And that's piqued in a way that I can't spell. But I'm using that phrase right. I know that much. I don't really know much about this movie. It seems like somebody might have a history of violence. The clip I saw involved a couple, or a guy in a diner getting robbed, and it looked like he was about to fuck them up. And that was Viggo Mortensen's character that was going to fuck him up. So I'm assuming he has some sort of history of violence. I don't know really what else to say. I don't have anyone to banter with today. It's all right. We'll be back soon with Kat. Don't worry about that. So tonight my only co-host is Shinerbach. I haven't had one of these in a while. This is my first sip of the evening. Do you believe that? That's damn good stuff. Shinerbach. So without any further ado, I'm going to start A History of Violence. I will see you in the mid-vid. And 0. All right, I only have one take of this time. I did so many takes of that first video. It's so weird doing it solo. Welcome to the middle of the film. I'm watching 2005's A History of Violence starring Viggo Mortensen, featuring Ed Harris. I didn't realize he was in this. My initial thoughts were that everything in this movie looks very cheap. There's only one recognizable actor, now two, Ed Harris. The sets look like they're not built. Looks like they're actually filming in like an actual diner, an actual very, very old house. And looks like they're filming on location. The lighting has been kind of... and then the score is just very generic. It feels like anyone could have done the score for this. Character-wise, I pointed out that the curly-haired kid is a favorite, but it really seems like they wanted Jesse Eisenberg in that role. If you have seen this movie, the scene where he does his little speech in the what do you call it? The locker room where they drop the F word quite a bit. That's faggot. Product of its time. But yeah, it really seems like they wanted Jesse Eisenberg for that. And also the character has curly hair, and it's clearly not natural. Jesse Eisenberg has curly hair. I'm going on way too much about that. That's not good. All right? This is why I need a co-host. Before I go on more about the movie, I'm going to do a shot, or it looks like more than a shot. We're doing J-Mo tonight. It's, you know, it's a J-Mo night. It's a shot. The bottle's thicker than it looks. So, my thoughts on the movie so far. It started off very slow, very boring. I didn't like it in the very beginning. There was a very awkward sex scene early on with Viggo Mortensen and his wife's character. I'm having a hard time with character names. Very awkward sex scene. That kind of took me out of it. I don't like sex scenes in movies. I really think they don't add anything, and they're just kind of weird. This one was extra weird, and I didn't like it. Like I said, the movie started off very slow, then it picked up a little bit. We had a little bit of action, the action was very cool, very graphic. I appreciated that. Really shows that there's some violence in this movie, called A History of Violence. Go figure. And then I had all these speculations. I'm like, who is Tommy, or Joey, they're calling him now. My first thought was that he is I thought he was a government agent that defected and put himself in his own version of witness protection. And then, you know, the dark vehicles came, and I was like, okay, clearly he's a government agent. But no, then they were more mafia-esque. And now I'm thinking he was a contract killer. You know, for the mafia, and that really means he put himself in like a self-imposed witness protection or whatever. And now they're even playing with the idea that it might just be a case of mistaking identity. And I think that would be the biggest twist of all if that actually was the case. I don't think that's the case. Excuse that burp. As of right now, I do think he is a contract killer. I think he is running from the mob. Another burp. That whiskey. I think he clearly is from Philadelphia. They call him by his name, Joey, and he's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. See, I don't know. I think this movie can go many different ways. I think that the most fun way really would be if it was a case of mistaken identity and now he has to like defend himself. You know, say the first time he defended himself in the diner, say it was a fluke. He was just like, oh, you know, yeah, anyone would have done that, you know, or I would have said, I didn't know I had that in me, is what I would have said. But you know, that's his own problem. My God, I'm just rambling now. I've proven I need a co-host to reel me in and to ask questions and what they think. That's right, though. So yeah, I'm kind of liking it, not liking it. It's really going to depend on the ending for this one for me. Like I said, I think the best ending would be it's a case of mistaken identity. I don't think that's the case. I think he is, in fact, somebody who worked for the mafia, and he's going to have to, I don't know, leave his family at the end, or he's going to have to keep this lie going after he does some sketchy, violent stuff in front of him. Either way, I am excited to see the end of this movie. I think it's going to win me back. I hope it's going to win me back. But we will see. So that's all I got for now. See you at the end. Hey, I am at the end of 2005's A History of Violence. And I have some thoughts. Let's see here. Oh my God, my handwriting's horrible, as always. This movie is mostly just a series of good scenes with super boring scenes in between. The scenes that are good are so good. Really like them. The scenes that are bad are just bad, boring, horrible. This movie commits a fatal flaw of introducing a character in the third act. The villain is finally introduced in the third act, and he's played by William Hurt. And William Hurt doesn't play a very good bad guy. Some of the acting in this movie is kind of... And that's what this movie is. This movie is mostly just highs and lows, highs and lows. Some of the acting's really good. Some of the acting's really bad. Some of the scenes really good. Some of the scenes really bad. The special effects from 2005 hold up very well. This is a very bad movie to do solo. I really do need someone to bounce back ideas on. But that's fine. I'm gonna push through. Already gone this far. This movie has very good regular reviews from way back in the day when it came out. Hold on. It's not getting that great of a review from me. Like I said, highs and lows. Some of the acting's good, some of the acting's terrible. The kid in particular is very bad. Really think they wanted Jesse Eisenberg for this. And I think he would have made this movie, would have taken it up a level. I don't know. This movie committed the biggest sin that a movie can do, in my opinion, which is have characters I don't really care that much about, and most of all, being kind of boring. So for me, I mean, oh shit, I want to give this a really low score, which I'm just gonna do it. All right, I'm drunk. It's a movie review. My movie review. I'm Solo. This movie is getting a 1 out of 5 stars. It would get a 2 out of 5 stars, but I'm gonna take a half a star away for each horrible sex scene. Yes, there was a second horrible, cringy sex scene. So yeah, 1 out of 5. Do not recommend. If you haven't seen this movie, I don't think there's any really reason to watch it. You know, it could have had a twist and that would have made it better, but since there was no twist, no. with that being said, I will be back next weekend, no matter what. I'm hoping Kat will be back. We'll see. Yeah, but I want to keep doing these because I don't want to get rusty on these. I am the main talker in these reviews, so I want to keep myself fresh. So regardless, I'm gonna do a movie next week, and I'm gonna do one. I want to do one at least every 1 to 2 weeks, just to keep myself fresh. I really want to do this more often and just keep myself fresh for when I do it with an actual co-host, which is much better. So, without any further ado, that was my final review for 2005's. What the hell was it called? Violence and History? Something like that. See you guys next week, for sure. Bye.